Japan has used seas for various kinds of exploration. And as you all know, shipping is the cheapest mode of transport. The sailors bring cargo from different parts of the world so that economies bloom. And as it is the cheapest mode, it is widely sought after. But in the recent past, with the advancement of the shipping industry, huge carriers of oil from one place to another and ships becoming faster, a threat of transferring organisms from one place to another has been found to be a reality. Now, how does it happen? If you see this clipping,
all ships must carry ballast to keep them steady and level in the water. When unloading cargo, a ship has to maintain its weight on board to stop it rising up and capsizing. And so water is pumped into specially designed tanks. For centuries, ballast came in the form of rocks and sand. But loading solids onto ships was time-consuming and expensive. Then came a revolution in ship design. During the 19th century, wooden hulls were replaced by iron and steel. As these hulls were durable and watertight, it soon became clear that seawater could replace sand and rock. And in harbours, it's always on tap.
So this clearly shows that at any port, depending upon the trade that is taken by the ship, there's every possibility that's discharge of huge amounts of ballast water. Each country started looking at how to minimize the threat of bioinvasion through ballast water. Set up a global ballast water management program where India participated as a pilot country. So India's participation in this program actually facilitated raising awareness of the threats of bioinvasion to our environment and transfer of organisms, potential transfer of organisms from India to elsewhere. You also should understand that shipping is the backbone of the economy. We can't tax it unduly. We have to take care of the environment as well. So we are developing a baseline information of the diversity of organisms in this region, so that if there is no threat perceived of transfer of organisms from one place to another, we can minimize the expenditure on the ship's ballast water management through technology interventions. So this port biological baseline survey that we are carrying out for the major ports will help assess the risk, not only for India, but also you can go ahead and collaborate with the neighboring countries so that the expansion of the regional cooperation will help us evolve a mechanism which can minimize the cost but also take care of the environment at the same time. We have realized that we are only partly addressing bioinvasion through solving ballast water management issues. We also need to address organisms that can actually attach themselves to the hull of the vessel and get transported, and I consider that to be one of the major threats that can be endangering several ecosystems. Bioinvasion is something which never gets noticed at the earliest stage. It goes unnoticed because it's invisible. But when you realize that something has already invaded you, you have no solutions because you've got to take care of the entire environment. And treating oceans for taking care of the invading organism is a huge task. I don't say it is impossible, but it's a huge task. There are some examples where it has been, early detection has helped in curing and containing the invasions, but once it goes out of hand, there is no cure because there is nature doesn't allow you to take care of that. So in that context, I would consider bioinvasion as the biggest threat that the health of the oceans perceive in the near future, and that should be taken care of. And csir-nio is actually endeavoring itself to address that issue holistically by integrating information from various disciplines.